First off, there's a question for both of you. Malin, what was the key for you as far as being the lead actress in this and also producing and shepherding the project, and also for you, Bella, because you're talking about the idea. What makes a really a great producer? Because you both of you pretty much shepherd both of your all of your projects too. So
Uh, Listen, this is I'm starting out in this world of producing, and I what I enjoy about it is, especially if you're the lead in any project, it usually falls on your shoulders, whether you had control of it or not. So to be able to build it from the ground up, and we see Apatow and Spielberg and Scorsese, who they always have their group of people that they like to work with. And that sort of, I would love that. I want to go to set every day and see the people that I want to work with. So to be able to create that space and feel safe and vulnerable enough to be able to do your job properly as an actor it's such a privilege to be able to produce. And just making sure there is also the flip side where when you are acting as well, you can hear whatever complaints the actors have, and and then you can come behind the scenes and go, hey guys, this is what's happening for us when we're on set. Like, let's fix this, or let's look into that. Or so it's just nice to be part of the process instead of just being a little pawn on the chessboard.
yeah. And Bella, has producing always been a big part of what you want to do as well, as far as shepherding your own projects?
Yeah, no, I think producing is so important, and if you're an actor and you can be on the production side of it, it is so much better. I've been working, like, I've been doing movies since I was 8. Like, I've been in this shit, bro. Like, I've been on a lot of sets. I've been on a lot of indie movies. I've been on some bigger movies. I've been on a lot of, like, really shit. And it's about what it turns out to on that final screen. It's so much about what people are actually going to see, and being in the room, being able to be, let's say, in an edit room, being able to have a voice as an actor. Like Malin said, it usually falls on your shoulders if the movie's not good and you're the lead actor, even though you had nothing to do with the movie not being good, or the editing's not good, or the music's not good. You always just get blamed for it. And at least when you're a producer, if you see the movie and it looks like shit, you can go, oh, hey guys, like, let's look at this edit again, where there's so many better takes. Where's all this stuff that's missing? Like, and I think that that's really powerful as an actor, because you care so much about the movie. You care so much about the characters and what it looks like and how the story is told. And sometimes you film a beautiful movie, beautiful, and then it gets in the editing room and something happens and all of a sudden it's a different movie. And I think that's pretty scary for any actor signing onto a project. It's always a 50-50 chance that might happen, even if the movie's amazing and it looks amazing and you filmed it and it was the best experience, you could always get sometimes shit just happens in that editing room. I don't know.
Well, speaking of which, this is a very ambitious project. 18 to 20 days of shooting in Puerto Rico. What was that like? And I mean, you're not just producing a two-hander in a bedroom in an apartment. You guys are going out there. And in January, what was that like? Just the entire process.
Listen, it was wonderful. I always love this immersive experience, especially when you're on location, because you really get to be part of it 100%. For me, if I'm home, I'm coming home to my child and my husband and all the things that need to happen in the home. So to have a quick shoot and to be there and be present for it all is such an opportunity. I feel like it's long days, but I think that a lot of times when you sign on to something like this, you sign on because it's from the heart and you're in it for the right reasons. You wouldn't sign on to something like this if you didn't like the project. It certainly isn't a paycheck in any certain way. It's a project of love, and it was wonderful that everyone who was part of this cast and crew, they were so committed. And a big shout out to all the background ladies. They came and showed up every day equally as enthusiastic and really made this Fight Club into what you see on the screen.
My final question is, Chick Fight is about literally knowing how to take a punch and seriously following your own voice, no matter what people tell you. And it seems both of you could have actually gone a straight and narrow path that people tell you what to do, but both of you have diversified your careers. And I'm just wondering, where does that drive for both of you come from, just to just not just play it safe, which I find very admirable in both of your careers?
Bella, do you want to answer that first? Would you like?
No, you know.
I think there's a lot of elements that end up giving you drive. For me, I know sometimes it's watching other people's failures, especially people who are close to you, and going, all right, what could they have done differently, and what can I do differently in order to make my life move forward? I think that sometimes it comes out of a survival mode of, I didn't grow up with much, and I wouldn't have noticed as a child, but I had a certain drive that I wanted to do something bigger than just being a waitress in my hometown. And I think that, seeing all these, I had a lot of women who were mentors who were just so self-aware and powerful in their own right, and had their own business going, and took their own lives in their own hands. And seeing that that's a possibility as a woman was a really big drive for me. And who wants a boring life? And you go out and give it your best shot. You may fail, but you go for it. And then if it doesn't work, you move on to the next.
Yeah, great. And Bella, just for you as well, what keeps you focused and what drives you just to do something unexpected and creative?
What a hard question. What keeps me focused? What drives me? Very, very different things. What keeps me focused, I think, is or maybe they really like correlate. I think what keeps me focused is my drive, is my drive for more, and more and more and more. And sometimes I say, hey, Bella, hey, you want to just take a second? Maybe you don't need to do all of those things. Maybe you could chill for a minute. And I had to kind of constantly remind myself of that, because actually that drive, that I'm so blessed to have, that drive that's taken me from, from the place that I was in Florida to here. It's also a drive that can kind of be consuming, can kind of be a little dangerous. At some points in my life, I think that it takes over a bit too much. And sometimes I need to take it back a little bit and listen to my body and what my body needs, because my mind wants to work 1,000,000 hours a night and never fucking sleep. And I'm like, bro, my body is playing catch up with me all the time. And I already feel like I'm in my, early 40s, and I'm 23, and I feel like all my bones hurt so much, and everything is prickety and needs to be oiled up inside these joints. I don't know, man. I'm just I need to, I'm trying to find different structure, because my drive and all of that is a little intense.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time. Love the film. And again, thanks for the time. By the way, To the Stars is a masterpiece. So thank you.
Oh, I love it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.